I don't know about you guys, but summer is here and I am ready for all the summer new releases. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is April and today we're gonna go over June new releases. I actually don't have a ton and I didn't get a chance to go through like Kindle Unlimited to see what was coming out in June. So maybe we'll just do that together because I love just like discovering things with you all. But I do have a few new releases on my calendar that I was keeping an eye on. Again, all of these new releases are just ones that I'm interested in. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to read them all because I just can't. So let's get into those new releases. So the first set of books are all coming out on June 6th, and the first one is Unfortunately Yours by Tissa Bailey. Now, I did DNF the first one in this series, but only because I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time. So hopefully I will be in the mood for this one at some point since I do have the arc of it. I probably should stop requesting things that I'm not in the mood for, but I'm gonna read it anyways. The reason why I did have this on my radar is because all these books are set in Napa. I am a Californian, so Napa, California is actually not too far away from me. So that's what intrigues me the most, and it all has to deal with like vineyards and that kind of thing. The reason why I might like this one a little bit more than the other one is because it says a down on her luck Napa heiress suggests a mutually beneficial marriage of convenience to a man she can't stand. So maybe like a frenemies to lovers, marriage of convenience in a contemporary setting. Sounds kind of interesting, and I love Tissa Bailey's writing and her humor, so I hope I like this one. The next one out on June 6th is The Notorious Lord Knightley. This is by Lorraine Heath. Lorraine Heath and I have had a little bit of a tumultuous relationship. Haven't quite loved a book yet from her. I like some, but not all of them. However, this series, the Chessman series, it still interests me and I still may read this, probably on audiobook if it comes out on audiobook. This is the second book in a series. I didn't love the first one, but this one says, Who is the Villainous Lord K? A scandalous book by an anonymous author takes London by storm, and everyone is convinced that the villainous Lord K is the greatly admired Earl of Knightley. Definitely sounds like an enemies to lovers, or maybe like past lovers to enemies to lovers again, maybe? We'll see. I don't know. I still get really curious about Lorraine Heath's books because I know there's some gems in there that will like hit me, but they haven't always yet. And the last book on June 6th is Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall. I just absolutely love Alexis Hall's books. And this one sounds like a historical romance, but something with a witch. So I have not really any idea what it says. There is a very long synopsis. Sounds like Alexis Hall. Oh my gosh, it says, it is the year 1814 and life for a young lady of good breeding has many difficulties. There are balls to attend, fashion to follow, marriages to consider, and of course, the tiny complication of existing in a world swarming with fairy spirits, interfering deities, and actual straight up sorcerers. So yeah, witchy vibes, historical romance vibes. I'm interested. The next book on June 8th is Slaying the Frost King, and this is by Candace Robinson and Elle Beaumont. This series is part of like a collection of series from a bunch of different authors, and it is the Mortal Enemies to Monster Lovers series. Carissa Broadbent wrote the first one, Claire Sager wrote the second one, and now we have some authors that I've never heard of, but I love all the covers. I think I love this trope of enemies to lovers, but one of them's a monster and then they get together type thing. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for that, so I don't know anything about this book other than she's apparently going to slay a Frost King. Interesting. On June 9th, Reckless by Elsie Silver comes out. I think a lot of people are gonna want to read about this one. I know this is the fourth book in Elsie Silver's Chestnut Springs series. I've only read the first two. Definitely need to get to Powerless. And Reckless is Theo's book, which you meet Theo in one of the first or second books as well. So I can't wait for that one as well. These are just some really good contemporary cowboy romances, and I definitely am also a fan of Elsie Silver's writing. Skipping a week, we're going down to June 20th, and on June 20th, 0 Days by Ruth Ware comes out. This is not a romance and one of the only books on here that isn't a romance, but I really love Ruth Ware's books. I'm not a huge like thriller fan, but for whatever reason, I just love Ruth Ware. I don't know anything about this book, and I kind of love going into them blind. All I know is that it says it's an adrenaline-fueled thriller that combines Mr. and Mrs. Smith with The Fugitive. So I love both of those things. So maybe there is like a teensy bit of a romance in it. Who knows? That would be interesting to see, because I don't think Ruth Ware has done that yet. But anyways, I'm looking forward to it. Also on June 20th is Capture the Sun by Jessie Mahalik. This is like a space opera romance with an intergalactic thief just having a lot of shenanigans, and it's a very serious series but also very fun and adventurous. I love Jessie Mahalik's sci-fi series. In fact, when you look up sci-fi romances, they're mostly alien romances, but every once in a while you do find a gem like Jessie Mahalik's that is more space opera romances, and I really like these ones. So this is the third book. I haven't read the second one yet, but I will be getting to it at some point. On June 21st, you have Finally. I just must know what this book is about. The title is Seduction of a Psychopomp, Erogenous Hand-Holding and Other Ways to Tame Your Reaper. This one's by Elsie Winters, which is part of the Boundlands series, and this is actually book 3. All of these books have fantastic covers. The first one is Leviathan's Song, and the second one is Magpies and Mayhem. This third one, the first sentence is, I won't live to see my 29th birthday unless I make a deal to marry death. So, arranged marriage to the Grim Reaper? Yeah, count me in. I have got to see what this is about. The next book out on June 23rd is Mantras and Minotaurs. Did this get pushed back? I thought it came out last month. Shows how much I know. This is the third book in the Leviathan Fitness series. It is just like a rom-com with monsters and a gym, and they're all really cute. They're by Ashley Bennett, and I've heard so many good things about this series. In fact, I can't understand why I haven't read them yet, but I definitely need to. On June 26th is The Demon Crown. So this is the second book from Emma Hamm's series, The Seven Deadly Demons. I was interested in this series because of the first book, The Demon Court. It has some really like beautiful cover art and like stuff like that. Like somebody, I don't know if it was the author or somebody else, did this gorgeous special edition of this book, but like I need it almost. Anyways, this one features a tomb raider, and she obtains the unobtainable. And of course she meets the Demon King of Greed. So I kind of like this idea of romances centered around the 7 deadly sins. So I definitely want to get to this series at some point. I know I gotta start with the first book, but the second one comes out in June, on June 26th. So now I kind of want to go through and see what's on Kindle Unlimited. I always go to romance first, and then I always start with historical romance because y'all know I just love a good historical romance. So let's see if anything catches my eye that's coming out in June. Well, right away I see a new Scarlett Scott book. I love Scarlett Scott's books. They are very saucy, spicy historical romances. It looks like this is a book 2 in her Rogues Guild book series. And this one is a Royal Bodyguard Regency romance, Her Dangerous Beast. Ooh, he's a mercenary. We love that. He's a mercenary who is hired to be a bodyguard to a duke, but he falls in love with the duke's sister. Heat level, scorching. Love it. Okay, what else is there? The Moonstone Marquess, another book 2. I really don't want to read sequels too much. There's a lot of sequels happening. Let's see, May, June. Vindicated by a Viscount, book 5. We're not doing a book 5. Truth or Dare, book 18. Holy moly, nope. Pass. Okay, here's a non-sequel, A Duke Won't Do. Dueling for Dukes, book 1 by Jessie Cleaver. I've heard of Jessie Cleaver before, but I don't think I've ever read a book. Lady Gwendolyn Bound survived smallpox at the age of 8 to go on to do nothing. Fun. Oh, outcast by society because of her scars that mark her face. Oh, she's like a scarred heroine. Oh, a sheep farmer. Well, a sheep farmer that apparently doesn't like his shirt. So, you know, that's always a good one. June 8th. So, that one looks interesting. Ah, a new Carolyn Lee in the Surprise Dukes series. Honestly, I just really love like this series title. Like it just cracks me up. The yellow polka dotted bathing costume. I wonder if it has something to do with that song. Like there's like a song about a yellow polka dotted bikini. I'm assuming, like obviously it's too close, right? So this says Lady Althea Lindsay knows all about propriety, decorum, and general haughtiness, and more specifically, how to ignore them. Oh, she's a widow. And she sets her sight on the newly minted Duke of Morningwood. That's on purpose, right? Morningwood? Really? Oh, they're childhood sweethearts. Warning, may contain nuts. What? This novella is laugh out loud, hilarious, and spicy enough you're going to need a fan. A basic understanding of 1960s lyrics will also come in handy. You've been warned. Yes, it is all about that song. So okay, we're gonna move on to a new section, not historical romance. We're gonna go to science fiction romance and see what science fiction romances are out right now, are coming out in June. We'll see if we can find any gems here. Again, this is just gonna be loads of alien romances. Like, I feel like that's all science fiction romances are these days, is alien romances. Shared by 2 orcs. Are orcs sci-fi? I feel like orcs are more fantasy. Oh my God, Uptown Ogre. Okay, I also feel like ogres are more fantasy than sci-fi. However, this like Monsterville USA series of books, they all have real silly titles and I love a good pun. Like the first one is Gargoyles Just Want to Have Fun. And the next one is Don't Go Nodding My Heart. Oops, I elfed it again. I just want to read all of these. Somebody read all of these with me. I'm sure they're not that long. 210 pages, bunch of novellas. I'm all down for that in, maybe not in June, because June I'm reading a bunch of pirate books, but like I am all down for reading all of these. I love it. And this comes out on June 30th. This is a cute cover. Beach shots and monster knots. Oh, it's a charity anthology and all proceeds go to St. Jude's. Chock full of monsters with muscles as well as hearts. I love it. Okay, I don't know any of these authors. Maeve Black kind of stands out to me, but I don't really know anything about it. But hey, if you want a charity anthology with monsters, look how adorable this cover is. I'm sold. Sold. Oh my gosh, this cover, I've seen this before, Wed to the Orc. Again, I think orcs are more fantasy, But okay, whatever. Maybe they're space orcs. This cover gives me like RPG video game vibes, and I've heard of Layla Faye and I've heard her books are kind of like out there. Let's see. My tiny new wife is a force of chaos bent on turning my life upside down. I love the like size difference type stuff. I am a researcher. I read books, conduct experiments, and live quietly on the fringes of the orc town. All I want is peace and quiet and a female to satisfy the wild urges of my orc body so they don't distract me from my work. Right? Isn't that what everybody wants? So this is again a novella, and it's part of a series of novella. Oh yeah, I've seen this one, Wed to the Ice Giant. Okay, I think I definitely also need to put these. I need to do like a whole like monster romance, like just theme, read along theme or something like that. Like it needs to happen. I love how literally all of the sci-fi romances are all just a torso. Like most of them are just a torso. Like that is all we care about. What kind of alien torso can we get to next? Okay, we're gonna move on to my favorite genre, which is fantasy romance. And see, oops, not gay romance, although I don't mind a gay romance, that's fine. Okay. Ooh, A Soul to Guide. This is book 4 of Opal Rain's series, the Duskwalker Brides series. I've heard the series is really good. I just haven't read them yet. They're all really long books. So this cover is giving though. It is giving and I kind of love it. Titan Mage Apocalypse. This looks like more like a video game romance. I mean that it also looks more sci-fi. A world-ending deity, an ancient superweapon, a fight for the future of Haven. Oh, yep, it's in outer space. So yeah, this is more sci-fi. Titan Mage Apocalypse is a fun fantasy adventure containing steam, both punk and smutty. Captivating airship captains, alluring engineers, provocative mech pilots, titillating cat girls, and sensual space witches. Don't read it and then complain about spice. Okay, we won't. Oh, this is like a whole series of stuff. They all look like just buxom, like very buxom. Very, very video game-ish. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's keep going. There honestly isn't like a ton coming out in June, is there? Like nothing like that stands out anyways. Stay in My Swamp. An ogre happily ever after. Okay. What is this? Ace of Spades, a reverse harem monster romance. The wicked boys of Wonderland want my body. The Red Queen wants my head. Ooh. Ace of Spades is a smoking, hot, and twisted, why choose retelling of Alice in Wonderland. Check trigger warnings. Okay. Oh, there's a Mad Hatter and a caterpillar and a Cheshire Cat, but they're fae? A shifter and a demon. Color me intrigued. Exhale. Sometimes I just really love like searching Kindle Unlimited because I feel like Kindle Unlimited authors like really go there sometimes. What is this? J.S. Mercier. In a world where half the population possesses magic, that's rude. Half people have magic and half people don't? Morella Andrew is the first of her kind. Her unique abilities force her to rely on the protection and secrecy of her union and the federal government. Girl, that is your mistake right there. You never rely on the federal government for anything, okay? The union, maybe. The mysterious local businessman, why is that in quotes? Is he like a drug dealer? Well, it looks interesting. Oh, this is one I saw a while ago and I love the cover of this. It's called A Polar Expedition and Other Stimulating Research Opportunities. Look at this cover. Okay, first off, Mr. Polar Bear Man, you are not hiding very well. You need to choose a different hiding spot, okay? Because you are very sus right now. Like, perhaps you should find a different tree. Ooh, she has everything she needs for a solo trek through the Arctic. However, the eye of a polar bear shifter who shouldn't even exist is stalking her. Oh, this looks cute. I honestly think this looks adorable. I want something really outrageous. Like, come on. A lot of these are just like, oh yeah, you know, typical fantasy romance, to be honest. What is this? Here and meow. What are you, sir? This almost looks like something my daughter would read. Oh my God, The Black Devil. What, is this a cat person? This is a cat person. This is book 4. There's other books. Oh my God. The first one's called Infernal Affairs. Stunning. I need it. Hades should have known, but oh, it's an Omegaverse. I've never read an Omegaverse. This story contains adult situations and themes of violence, on-page sex between 2 or more males, swearing, anthro-cats. What is an anthro-cat? Dark themes around a culture of enforced slavery and sexual situations that some readers may find distressing. This looks dark, but with cat people. What do the other covers look like? Oh my God. Tickets to Paradise. Sir, you are an orange that looks dapper. Oh, and you even got the rolled sleeves. Hello. Oh my God. Oh my God, I love all these. Holy. Look at this majestic creature, this majestic rebel. Paradise Lost. Oh my God, I love the cat theme. Okay, this is another one of those that I probably won't like the book, but I need this cover. Like, I need this plastered on my walls somewhere. Oh my God, this is beautiful. It's just beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I think that's enough going around Kindle Unlimited. If there's a book that you know is coming out in June that I did not mention that you are really excited for, put it in the comments below because somebody else might be really excited for it too. As always, if you got with me this far, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye.